New reports are saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce are finally ready to fight back against their Diddy association. But could it be a little too late? Could Beyonce actually be thinking about leaving H to the Izzo? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and yes, some sources are trying to say that Jay-Z and Beyonce are finally ready to call out Diddy to fight back against all the alleged conspiracy theories and lies. Then come out and say something. I don't know how much I'm buying this, but I want to go through these new exclusive reports, one coming in from In Touch, another one from Radar. Let's see what you guys think. Do you think we'll finally see these two come out swinging, saying, no, we don't condemn it? Apparently, Jay-Z is stressed and angry over claims he's connected with the accused trafficker P. Diddy, you think? Beyonce's standing by his side, though, 100%, while dealing with her own drama that's brought the couple closer than ever, a source exclusively tells In Touch. Now, we have competing sources here saying two different things. Let's see what you guys think. There's this bizarre conspiracy going around right now where people are saying celebrities have to thank Beyonce in their speech or they risk being punished, the insider says. It's so ludicrous and out there that it's actually quite funny. But what isn't funny is all the darker stuff that they're getting dragged into because of their association with P. Diddy, Sean Combs over the years. P. Diddy, Sean Combs, currently obviously federal custody, waiting trial for a lot of terrible things. As we know, he's denied all the allegations, but they know who they are. That's what Tony Busby said. All these celebrities that will shock you. A lot of people have just been jumping to assume that, oh, this must be Jay-Z and Beyonce. Now, there's no proof of that. While others have mentioned their names, including Jaguar and others, they have denied it. They've even sued Piers Morgan. We'll get to that in a second. But many long-term associates of Combs are anxiously holding their breath as mainstream and social media sleuths begin pointing fingers. A second source told In Touch that Jay-Z and Beyonce have remained conspicuously silent following the news of Diddy's indictment. There's already talk about what they knew, and if it got out, it could prove embarrassing. That's Combs and the Carters go back decades, specifically Jay-Z, who has an extensive business and artistic ties to the accused R-word. However, the two industry titans often had disagreements in the early 2000s over their ventures, and the first source notes the Empire State of Mind rapper has grown distant from his former associate over the past few years. Sure, how convenient. Oh, they aren't really close anymore, guys. They knew nothing. Even though these accusations go back decades, no, he knew nothing. What P. Diddy has allegedly done is just plain evil, and they have nothing to do with it. But that's not stopping the assumptions people are making, the source states. At first, they were taking the stance that it was better to ignore it, but they're now fighting back because they just can't stand by and let their reputations get dragged into the mud over lies and conspiracy theories. You mean the heat's finally getting to them? The heat's finally getting to them, guys! Jay-Z has ordered his lawyers to go after anyone trying to lump him in with P. Diddy with false accusations. I mean, Piers Morgan didn't do that, though. Piers Morgan had someone in who was making those accusations. Did you attempt to sue or silence Jaguar Wright? Because I've seen her out there. Hopefully we get her on the channel as well. I've seen her still talking about it. But anyway, Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, not Shapiro, it's Spiro, tried to sue Piers Morgan for giving the platform to someone spreading baseless claims. Brought it on against Jaguar Wright, as we know, who accused Jay-Z of being a monster. Along with Diddy, Pierce apologized to the Carters afterwards. He's not going to let it slide, the insider continues. Beyonce is behind him 100% and trusts him completely, as if Beyonce doesn't have her own, dog in this fight and her own say in things. She's been very quick to say that they will take on this BS together and couldn't be more grateful. I don't buy that for a second, that she's just Jay-Z's partner and does whatever Jay-Z says. I don't buy that at all. In fact, I lean more towards this one from Radar. Here's the other article. The other source is coming forward saying that this entire Diddy scandal is actually threatening to ruin Beyonce's marriage, as she fears husband Jay-Z's links with rapper will rubbish her good girl image. Now, this one, if it's true, feels like it's coming from their reps to try to start planting seeds of, we have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with it. Yeah, okay. Then come out and say it yourself. Why are you saying it through reps? Say it loudly and proudly yourself, no? But this one does seem a little bit more like, this one could actually be a juicy scoop. Beyonce trying to save herself in this. And I do believe it's Jay-Z who has more ties to Diddy than Beyonce, to be fair. But clearly Beyonce's been around as well, so there could be more. R&B queen Beyonce and her marriage are under strain amid fears that Jay-Z's friendship with Diddy could ruin her reputation. That just sounds like something Beyonce would be upset about. This is the same person, Beyonce, who decided to just, I'm going to screw the Grammys over because they never give me Best Album by creating a country album to prove that I can win. And then she didn't make a country album. She called it a country album, but it was clearly a pop album. And there was no country on it. Just because you call it country doesn't make it country, Beyonce. Post Malone went and made a country album with country stars, and it's a good country album. It's actually country. I'm so sick of this this elite, her attitude towards everything. Like, she expects everything. So I do believe she's all about her career, and anything I've seen Jay-Z defend her, saying that she deserves better. So I believe it's the other way around. Beyonce, I think, is way more in control than Jay-Z. But what do you guys think? Anyway, get back to this source. They're scrambling to protect their careers. The power couple's lawyers obviously went after Pierce, as we know. Lawmen are accusing Combs of obviously doing awful things, but sources say all these celebrities are frantic over the attendance at these parties, as we know. Beyonce is terrified, says this source, that Jay is going to be exposed as being complicit in, or at least knowledgeable of, Diddy's dirty deeds. She has friends saying she should not only distance herself from Jay, but leave him altogether if things get too hot. The high-profile pair appeared to shrink from the spotlight after federal agents raid Diddy's digs in Miami, in L.A. after they gathered evidence. Combs has pleaded not guilty, but remains behind bars. If convicted, he could get it locked away for life. Sources say the sprawling investigation threatens to expose Diddy's close associates. Hard Knock Life rapper Jay-Z, who's made a fortune with his Rock Nation entertainment empire, frequently collaborated with Combs. It's true, but not only that, we know about Suge Knight, who's serving years, saying that he claims Diddy played a role in Tupac's murder, as well as Biggie's. The insider says Jay and Beyonce have been able to keep their marriage together despite his admitted infidelities and shady friendships. They've kept an uneasy peace for the sake of their 3 kids and their careers, but this is becoming a bridge too far. Cowboy Carter cutie, mean way to say, and her man are keeping their lips sealed in public as whispers swirl, but sources say Beyonce's fears tawdry tales linked to her love may affect her bottom line. I think Jay is huddled up with his attorneys in case something comes his way, shared New York police detective Derek Parker, otherwise known as Hip Hop Cop. Another source says Jay-Z has ordered his lawyers to go after anyone trying to lump him in with Diddy. That's why he threatened to sue Piers Morgan. Good luck. I wish Piers would have stood his ground. But sources suggest that might not be enough to save his marriage to the independent woman Warbler. Rep for Beyonce and his man insisted talk of marriage trouble is untrue and blamed internet trolls for the chatter. So it's interesting. A rep for them actually denied this. Oh, that's not true. Why not just ignore it like you're ignoring Diddy? Source adds Beyonce believes her squeaky clean image will become collateral damage. People around her are urging her to cut and run. She's better off without him personally and professionally. But what about her kids? That's where things get a lot more complicated. And again, is this just damage control for Beyonce to try to cut and run and put all the blame on Jay-Z when she also has some share of the blame to bear? That's what's going to be interesting. Or honestly, do they have nothing to do with this? I can't say they do legally, ethically, morally. I need to see actual proof, but we are getting a lot of people who are saying they did. We need to see those receipts, and we'll see in time if they are presented. So what do you guys think in the meanwhile? Do you believe this PR stuff? Do you think who's actually behind this all is really the question I want to ask. We'll be talking about this more later today during our live. So make sure to join us later this afternoon by hitting that subscribe button, hitting the bell for alerts. When you get the live alert, click that thumbs up, click remind me, join us, be in the comments, leave a comment. Appreciate you guys so much. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming for you here on Popcorn Planet.